Good to hear. Let's hope your execution matches your enthusiasm. I've got a job for you if you're looking to keep busy. Here are the details.
Greetings and welcome to another episode of Soul Talk, where we talk to citizens, members of the community. I'm your host, Fastcart FC, and I'm joined by, oops, I misspelled your name, Mr. J. Starwater. That should be a star.
Yeah.
I got that Bostonian accent going on in there.
Yeah, I can see that.
How are you doing, Jay?
I'm doing well. How are you doing?
I'm doing well, except for the typos.
That's okay.
Oh boy! So how was your week?
Pretty good. I mean, I'm super happy. With 323, soon to be 323.1. Been selling
how close
clothes.
to your prediction?
Oh, I knew you were gonna do that. So to be honest, I was like off by a week originally.
That's not bad.
I'll hold myself accountable. But then on my second prediction, I was dead on. So yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So people can see that we had our special GoFundMe on the screen. That was a rally for Buster. It happened this past Saturday. Thank you, Griffin, for running that for 4 hours. For 4 hours. I was in Virginia, so I wasn't able to participate. But thank you, everyone who participated and donated. And we set our goal for $1,000, but we reached $1,225. So good going. I hear Buster was very grateful. So thank you all for participating in that. What's going on with this? What else is going on today? It's May 16th, 2024, at least in North and South America. We're live on Twitch and YouTube. And if you want to join us, click the link, Discord link to join us so we can have a conversation. We would love to hear what your thoughts of what's going on this week in Star Citizen. So yes, also I am joined by a co-host today, as you can see, Jade. But so if I make bad jokes, it's still her fault.
Oh, okay. But see, you can prevent that by using the joke ban.
You can't really.
It's gotta be quick.
I have so many points.
It's gotta be quick. That's all.
Yeah, well, and I have to see it, but before I make the joke, that's the other thing. Because all I gotta do is just look up at the ceiling and say, "Oh my, is that a joke, man? I can't see." Hey,
You're not supposed to tell them that, fast.
I don't care. So yes, I'm happy to have everyone here. I'm rested. I'm sort of out of practice, even though I was gone for less than a week. But I'm still trying to jump back into the swing of things. But yes, I told people last week that my joystick, I use my joystick as the mouse, and the button for my left click, my left click mouse click button is wearing out, so I had to switch to the right click button. So if you see such menus popping up here and there, that is why. Oh yeah, I watched a new episode of Doctor Who. Are you a Doctor Who fan, Jade?
Not really. I tried to get into it, but no. I mean, I know people that are, and it looks cool, and but it's just not my thing. So,
Yeah.
but yeah.
Yeah, they moved from the BBC, which is the British Broadcasting Company, into Disney Plus. So, they have Avenger and Disney Plus money to do their special effects now, and it's noticeable.
Oh wow.
I have watched a couple of new episodes. It's different, but in a good way, so far at least. And I haven't read what people are saying about it online, but I can imagine what people are saying about it. But yeah, we won't get into that. Yeah, but I'm liking the new Doctor. You know, the fresh look, fresh face. So
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
a couple of shout-outs before we get started into the show. We just started a new production called The Producers. It's on YouTube, so check that out on YouTube. The Producers on Soul Citizen. We had Captain Serious Fun, Griffin Gaming RPG, and I discuss different topics, and that'll be like once a month. So check that out. And a matter of fact, I think during the Saturday show, they had extensive discussion about it. So check that out. Also, you can find Captain Serious Fun Friday Mixed Shows Space People on the People Radio Mixcloud account, or look for it on the Twitter feed. And Flight's Rhythm is tomorrow at 2100 UTC, 5 p.m. Eastern. So come over and check that out. Anything you want to shout out before we really get started, Jade?
Yeah, I'll shout out two quick things. First of all, I know a lot of people, are trying to make money now that everybody's money got wiped, and UEX back in March merged with XC Trading Tools. So now, like, the two biggest sites for finding out what a good trade route is, like, they've joined forces and they launched UEX 2.0. So go check out UEX. If you need to start making money with cargo hauling or whatever. And also they have a marketplace now where you can sell in-game items for AUEC.
Yeah, I'm not sure we're supposed to talk about that. Technically, the gray market, we try to stay away from that. But
that's not a great. No, it's not. It's not a gray market thing because it's in game. It's not for real money. Yeah, it's not for real money.
Okay. All right. So yeah, check those out. I'll go ahead and put the link in, please, when you have a chance.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I'm going to do my thing, then we're going to get started with the show. So people should hopefully recognize these on not one-liners, but liners. So here we go. Alonji, timey-wimey, fish fingers and custard, and a line that gets repeated almost every other episode. I'm sorry. I am so sorry. So let people can recognize where those lines are from. I'm going to start dragging people down. Hello, and hello. We're joined by Face to Face, Pop and Face, Graduate, and Rain Cloud. How's everybody doing?
07 to you there, buddy.
Doing all right.
So can anyone recognize what those liners were from? No, it's not the Flintstones. Not the Flintstones.
Well, I heard fish and custard, so I'm assuming you just talked about Doctor Who.
Exactly. So, yeah, fish fingers and custard.
Fish fingers and custard, so
I've
never heard of that before in my life, but hey.
That's what they call that's what they call fish sticks in England.
Right.
Yeah.
And custard is kind of like pudding.
Custard. Yeah, but I mean, I when you explained it to me, I was like, the combination was just like, wait, huh?
That's on purpose.
Fish sticks and pudding.
That's like, on purpose.
Whoa. I've never thought of that before. Because
he had just regenerated and didn't know what a taste buds like. So he was trying out new things. That's what
got you.
All right, so let's get this show on the road. We're starting with the sneak peek. So let me get that on the screen. There you go. Across the vastness of space. That sounds like something from Star Trek or something. So what do people think?
Well, I'm going to take a stab at it and say the good old Palladius.
That's a pretty good stab.
Yeah, I don't think it is though.
It's
Saber
either
Raven.
Polaris or the Juice. I
Yeah.
can't tell.
Right.
Yeah, I don't think it. I don't know if I was just gonna say I don't think it was either one of them, but go ahead,
I
Ray.
think it's the Saber Firebrand because they've yeah, that's what I think it is. It's just a
Saber
Saber Gold
Firebird.
standard.
It could be any of them. It could be any of
Now,
them.
my reason for not, because there's a blue light and I didn't see blue. I saw red lights on it on the Firebird, but I didn't.
Well, they
see
updated the standard
blue.
Saber to gold standard as well as
Is that what it may be?
yeah.
Okay.
Are you talking about this thing over there? Okay.
Yep, there's a blue light.
Also, fastcart. It was song lyrics from Taylor Swift's song "Gravity." Across the vastness.
I did not know
space.
that. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, across the vastness of space. Okay, gravity. That makes sense. So yeah, what any other guesses at what the ship is?
No.
Nope.
So it's either Polaris, the Zeus, or the Saber Firebird. Yeah. Okay. I mean, I don't think it's a Saber because that little round thing in the middle. I don't recognize that.
Oh well, just wait until you see ISC.
Okay. All right. Yeah, we'll compare and contrast when the ISC comes out. Alrighty then. So up next we have across the vastness of space. Gotta turn that off. Oh yes. Yeah. Star Citizen Alpha 323 Adventure Beckons. I'm going to run this just 2 minutes. I can go full screen and we can discuss it and other stuff on the other side. So here we go. Available now. So yes, that is the trailer for the Action Pack trailer of Star Citizen Alpha 323. I'm pretty sure this people have this is not the first time most of y'all have seen this, but yeah, whatever people thought.
All right, I'll jump in then. I got paused to let people go first. So I was like, okay, but no, I'll jump in. All right, so I mean, we've been playing it for past couple of days and stuff like that. Me and Pops and with the rest of the group. So far, I would have to say, experiencing the things, it's pretty cool. Besides the bugs,
I'm asking
with the server.
specifically about the video, though. Specifically about
The video?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, the video tells you. I mean, as far as what's in the server, but I mean, it's cool. It's a cool video.
Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say my comment is still the same from Saturday when Griff showed it and asked, is I'm glad to see them highlighting the ladies. You know, I was happy to see that. You know, along with kind of in that tradition of Mali, and moving forward, kind of like that. I think it's needed. It is very much needed. But yeah, that's my 2 cents. Besides, it's a great video.
Yeah, so I'm looking at I pulled on the screen here. It says replication layer, new fauna, broken render, server crash recovery, vehicle master mode, DLS FSR integration, reactive water physics, new character customizer, seamless EVA traversal, new distribution center, Mirai Pulse with Mirai Pulse LX, streamlined looting UI, the overhauled multi-class UI, new cloud and fog tech, new star map, new FPS minimap. So there's a lot in here. And people were saying, oh, they took out the hangers. It's gutted. This is going to be a waste of a patch. I'm like, no. I think that people are saying a different tune now. What do y'all think?
I liked the video. I think it really hit on everything you see here. One thing I like to point out though is I love how they keep using the Mercury Star Runner and making it look like it's fast and nimble and can outrun things like in the reunion video. I wish they'd like make it like that in game.
I mean, it is fast, but it's not really nimble, right?
Yeah.
But it's one of the fastest ships in the game. So
It's not going to outrun anything. Don't take it into any situation where you're getting fired on. Like you see in these videos, that's kind of not real.
All right.
I'd like to make an observation if I can. Watching this and listening to what music that they had playing, I did notice. I mean, I liked the music overall. The music matched the commercial. At the end they had the tick, 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 tick. Like time is ticking. It's ticking down. It's it just sort of makes me wondering what are they planning, so to speak.
What are they taking down to?
Yes, and I will say, and with this commercial, and I think Pastor, if you're planning to show in the Invictus commercial, it's different. The taste is different. It's hitting differently now because things are different now. I can't put my finger on it per se. There's a new impetus on things. You saw, when you pause on all that stuff that we're getting in this patch. I don't think they've ever done that before. They ever said, "Oh, we're getting this, we're getting this, we're getting this, we're getting this." Inside
they
a
typically
patch
do that,
commercial.
but not.
They typically do
to
that?
this extent, yeah.
Well, right, okay. See that? I think that's what's different about this one.
And you mentioned ticking down. People beat me to it in chat, but maybe they're ticking down to 4.0. Yay.
Oh well, yeah. I mean, obviously, yeah.
Well, I actually, Pat, I go to work and I come back from work, and there's two things that I pass in there that remind me of this ticking here. And it's the fact that there are funeral homes and that people are waiting to play the game before they end up dying. So that's the ticking.
Wow, Admiral. The mood just went.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Admiral. Appreciate that.
Thank you, Admiral. Appreciate that. Yeah, so that is the video. And then this is the event, the page. Oh, but I forgot to mention, there was no Star Searching Live last week, so that's why we're not skipping it. There was just no Star Searching Live because they were at Beacon last week, so there's no SCO. But yeah, Adventure Beckons, Star Searching Alpha 323, embark on your next great adventure. And it's the highlight a bunch of stuff that we were talking about already that was highlighted in the video. Talk about the different aspect that came in 323. So yeah.
Wait a minute, fastcart. You go up to the top again. I want to ask you a question. If you go over the top, are you getting paid by CIG for them to use your likeness there on the left hand side? Because I feel like you should get some money from CIG.
Can you see me looking at you right now, right?
I was just wondering. You can continue.
No, I'm not getting paid. Thank you very much. So unlike Salty Mike, I don't get paid to represent this game.
Whoa, you're naming names.
Hey, Disco Lando does it all the time, so I'll blame him for it. Anyway, so yeah, talk about be yourself, player tools. Oh yeah, just a quick question. How long have y'all been playing with the characters to customizer so far? How many hours, how many minutes?
I probably put in, I don't know, 200 hours since starting to test it back in Evocati. Quite a
200
lot.
hours. Okay, so
Yeah.
that's almost like a full blown. Okay, have you put more hours in the customizer than you have in Starfield?
Oh yeah, definitely, most definitely. I have over 200 characters in my folder, and I'm just saying like roughly an hour each. So that's how I'm coming up with the estimate.
Okay. How about anyone else?
I'll be honest with you, I haven't really spent that much time in the character customizer, as I would like to. I guess I'm just kind of like really intrigued to just get in the game and just do what I got to do. I probably one day will sit down and do it, but right now I'm just like, I don't know, not enthused right now.
Not enthused. Okay, no
I
problem.
think I did like a half an hour or so, maybe more, maybe like 40 minutes. I kind of you do something, and you're like, oh no, it looks bad. What I do, and you try to revert back to you go back a couple steps. Yeah, it was probably 30 minutes.
I did install the game, and matter of fact, not only did I install the game, I installed the new launcher, the launcher 2.0, and I installed the game, but I did not get a chance to get into the game because I was doing it today and I was preparing for the show. But I haven't installed the game, so I haven't been able to get in yet. So yeah, all right. What?
What about you, Pops? Did you create a character?
I didn't spend that much time, and I am going to wait till they add the other stuff in it with the next patch. The thing I would really like to see that thin the beard out. I know it's pretty thick now, but I would like to, have a thin sculpted beard and mustache kind of thing. So
what I'm hearing is Pop is waiting for more head. Got it.
Oh
boy.
Oh.
Hey, there was no joke ban. I that count. Anyway.
Yeah.
Moving on.
My stomach hurt. You made my stomach hurt.
Starts at the top with 323.0 known issue. This is updated 9 hours. Well, I can refresh, so it'll give me an updated thing. But 11 hours ago. So this came out today. A whole bunch of known issues. I'm not going to go through each one of these, but yeah, if you have an issue and it's not in the known issue, go ahead and put it in issue council. But if it is listed, just address one of the issue council threads that are already up. That'll help immensely. So thank you for that. Matter of fact, this is a long ass page for it's like it goes on and on and on. I don't recall them doing a known issue what do we call it, knowledge based article like this before for a patch before. But maybe they haven't, I didn't see it, but yeah, this one is very noticeable. So check that out if you have an issue.
Yeah,
right.
and there's plenty of them.
Yep. All right, so now the Mirai Pulse. I think I gotta give props to Pops and Fist. I forgot who else for the price. Who else had 25 and 30 for
I did.
The Jade too. Pop, Fist, and Jade. Who got the price? I was a bit over. I was kind of too heavily on the performance aspect, but yeah. Or did anyone get any of them or either of them yet?
Yeah. We bit the bullet. I bit the bullet on this one. And you know what? Yeah, actually, you know what? We took them out for a spin today, and did a couple missions, and they come like it's quite handy. I put it to you this way, with distribution centers and being able to have to land, in come in with vehicles, these do come in handy. I will say that.
Yeah, we did a rescue mission for Captain. He was
Yeah.
lying down in a bunker, and the elevator was, down. So we got in it, and my son just dropped down and rescued him. Then we went down, and Captain Serious Fun left the elevator up, and we couldn't get out. So he had to come back and get us. But yeah, I think it's. I mean, I don't know. I haven't driven that many gravel vehicles. The only one I've ever driven before was the bigger
Dragonfly.
one, the Dragonfly, and I've only got on that once or twice maybe. But it's very, so far I'm saying it's very maneuverable. It's quick. It's loud.
Well,
That's one thing for sure. Yeah, it is loud. It is loud.
Do you think that's a bug, or you think that's on purpose?
I don't know.
I just really go ahead. I don't know. I hope. I was kind of thinking it would be a little bit more stealthy as far as the sound on it, but yeah. And the only other thing, I'm sorry, Rank. Just real quick. One quick thing. The paint, since you were showing them, the only thing I like the paints. The only thing is the dark one with the gold gun on it. I just wish they made that gun not gold. I wish it was black. That's the only. Go ahead, Rain. I'm sorry.
No worries. I got sick of Gravlabs after being on one for several thousand kilometers. But I like this one because it's a racer. It's no different than a Gixxer 600, right? Like it's a super sport bike, like a 600cc super sport bike, like a Ninja, right? Or whatever. And so it's super small. It can fit in anything. Like you could put one in the back of an Avenger Titan. Like it's super tiny, super fast, super maneuverable. I don't buy ground vehicles with money at all, ever. Unless it's an LTI token.
I hear that,
yeah. This is nice. It's cute. It's small. It's fast. It can fit on pretty much any vehicle in the game. It's neat.
They said in ISC, the only thing it cannot fit on is the MPV. That's the only thing. But other than that, everything else.
I mean,
Yeah,
not with that attitude.
It fits in a Pisces. I think it fits in an Ursa.
It does fit in an Ursa. You can fit two of them in an Ursa.
Yeah.
But not with that attitude, that's all I gotta say,
So you did that? You did that, Ray? You put two of them in there?
No, I watched people put two of them in an Ursa side by side. I think you can squeeze them in, two of them in the back of an Ursa. I might be wrong.
Okay. Oh.
And Access, thank you for the raid. I didn't want to interrupt people, but I didn't forget you. Access, thank you for the raid. Appreciate it. So yeah,
go test it.
I'm probably gonna pick up a couple of these for giveaways for Soul Citizen. I don't know if I'm gonna keep any of them. I don't know if I'm gonna keep any of them from because I have the Rangers still. I'm still waiting for them. Someone broke my heart a couple of weeks ago saying that CID have forgotten about the Tumble Rangers. I hope not, but that's how I feel sometimes. But yeah, so I may pick up a couple of these. Whether or not I'll keep them, and we'll see about that. But yeah, I like these colors. I like the black one, and I like the red one. So I might pick up some paint too. Yep. All right. So thank you for
the other thing about the bike. The only other thing about the bike, it loves laying on its side. For some reason, it does.
I'm just gonna say it out loud. Where the expletive is my expletive-ing Ranger. I want my
that's what I'm saying, Dwayne.
My space motorcycle with grippy robotic claw tire thingies. Damn it, CIG. Damn it.
Yeah, I know. That was like 2017, and then we're almost 7 years. Well, That's about that. I may not be accurate on the date, but it feels like a long time. So yeah.
Oh, and I'll bring that up again because I've already seen ISC. I'm not gonna say anything, but I will bring that up again later because like
Okay.
this is the thing you focus on. This. Okay. All right. Whatever.
You know why though, Rain? Because you know exactly why. Because Gravlev supposedly works. It doesn't really, but we don't have two-wheeled physics.
Nope.
So that's the reason.
Yeah,
So I
I
did
know.
And I will say that to that point, two-wheel physics is very difficult to do.
So
It
I
is.
do have the racing one. Because of the two additional rear thrusters, I wanted to get that. And I have I have a few other bikes, and I have the Dragonfly, and I got the X1 Force, so I have one with a gun already on it. So, but I do like the fact that it's like the most compact racer, well, not even racer, compact bike out there, and it just makes it convenient. That's why I got it. And it's fast.
And by the way, for people who are complaining about the gun, the base one with the gun not being able to pitch up and down, what you got to do is you got to find a partner, and have them stand underneath the thing and just go up and down for you, but you can turn side to side easily.
Stop
But
way ahead, Fastcart.
He's way beyond that.
Yeah. So, Rain, I have a question for you.
Okay.
So, do you think you're going to try to, on your bike, do you think you're going to try to go around the whole planet? Because didn't you do that before, drive around the whole planet?
Yeah, I did on a Dragonfly, 3,000 kilometers.
Okay.
No.
So, okay.
Rain is like, I'm good.
Yeah, Kate and I did that on Dragonfly as we circumnavigated Microtech. I didn't finish that trip, but I'm not doing that again. No.
I mean, you could do it on Hurston now that they, levitate over water.
I mean, not with the one that's got the wheels, if that ever, because that's what was that Pops meant was
the Ranger. Yeah.
The Ranger.
When the Ranger comes out, will
Yeah.
I ride it around Microtech? No.
I give you credit, Rain, because I watched those videos, and you guys would be like, oh, hit a rock or hit a bump. You're going through the woods, and I'm like, oh boy, this is gonna take a while.
Going through the woods, Star Wars style at speed, was intense every time we did it. Like every time that we did it, like we'd go into the woods and like zipping through the trees and stuff at speed on Dragonfly. Yeah, it was fun, but I'm never gonna do it again.
All right, so we got the Q&A up here. Not only go through all of these, but which the post and Alex talk about the Alex is the racer, and the base has the gun on it, and the racer has the air intake. What ship does the Pulse fit in currently? It says only slightly longer than 2 SUU's cargo. The Pulse will fit in the majority of our vehicles that can carry cargo. Top speed 208 meters per second, and for the base, and 220 meters for the LX. For the connection for the Xeon other Gravlev that use Xeon technology. The manufacturer of the Pulse is the laser Gatling gun that is Xeon technology. While riding the Pulse cannot be dropped from the atmosphere and land smoothly on the surface. If the hover height setting is appropriately raised by the pilot, yes, you can. What weapons have the size 2? You said gimbal? A gimbal size 2. I thought it was not gimbal. Anyway, I'll tell you the first size 2 weapons on a bike. Can I place Gatling within other weapons on other ship weapons? Sorry, I know you cannot replace it. It's bespoke. How rapidly can the Gatling gun fire? It fires at a comparable rate to other small Gatling gun weapons in the game. Can I store weapons and items in the Pulse? The Pulse features a small personal storage, but there's no weapon rack. Does the Pulse have landing gear? It does not have landing gear system. Instead, it retains a lower level of static hovering while powered off, just like the Nox. And that's about it. So I have a question for y'all who have the Pulse. Did you buy the Pulse before or after the Q&A came out? Or did the Q&A have any bearing on whether or not you were going to get the Pulse?
Before.
No, before it. Plus,
it didn't have any bearing.
Nope.
When I decided to look at it is when I, for things like going in a cave, going into different places. I was especially the cave aspect.
Right.
Yeah.
Once we experienced going into the distribution centers with Griff and Cap and the rest of the guys, and we had to land, and I mean land. I think it was about a good 10K or maybe even 15K out, because you will get shot at by distribution centers. And we had to ride in with an Ursta, and I was like, okay, yeah, vehicle gameplay is in. All right, it's time to go on ahead and bite the bullet.
All right.
Okay. I think I actually did. I did use this to finalize my purchase.
Oh, you did?
Just because it was
what question did it for you?
It was like the one that was saying it had extra engines on it. Of course, it's a racer bike. It probably should go for faster than that. Just an extra. It was a 18 ms quicker, but them just saying it had a couple extra engines in the back kind of did it for me.
Okay.
It's probably aesthetic. It probably doesn't really do anything, but I mean, it looked kind of. I'll take that as a semi win.
The only thing I was just curious that's missing from that bike, FC, if that gun in the front could retract a little bit and like a handle would come up and you could carry it around like a suitcase,
Also, it says air intake, so the front thing is an air intake. So it would be interesting if that came into place. Yeah. Maybe keep the systems cooler in a hotter environment, something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know, Pops. That would be a whole different game if it was retractable. But that's all I'll say about that.
Yeah. Maybe what? What if there's if the gun had a little bit of a up and down,
it's supposed
gimbal
to be
control.
Yeah, it's supposed to be.
So maybe if you could set that gun to be on one of if you have joysticks the VKBs or whatever, and you could set that to where you can raise or lower the gun to aim. Maybe I don't think you could go left or right because of the way it's mounted on the bike. But just up and down, that would be perfect.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so up next we have the patch notes. And Jay just informed me that there's a update to the patch notes, so I got to copy paste that real quick.
I got you right here. There you go.
So yeah, I'm just putting. Oh, that's not the right. Wait, what did I do? I copied it. No, okay, I didn't mean to do that, but okay. Evidently, it. That's thought it's an alpha thing. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so that's something different. Okay, so let me
that page just went live. That's why I put it in.
Oh, so 323.1 just went live. Okay, I got that. Okay.
Hold on, let me get the right one. That is Invictus. Trying to find it. 323.
Just like a joke before the show. There they go. They dropped it right when we got to the patch notes section.
Okay, so let me.
I got. Let's see.
Okay, so evidently it's not working. Oh, okay. Oh, so okay. I'm expecting a spectrum thread, and it's giving me the thing. Oh, okay. So that's my misunderstanding.
This is the new.
It looked just like
how
the
they do it now.
Yeah, looked just like the 320 page. So that's what confused me. Okay.
Yeah. So look up where it says 323.1 release notes. So this is how they're doing the patch notes now.
Okay. Oh wait,
if you scroll down, there's a bug fix section.
Okay, here it is.
Oh.
Maybe. Doesn't do anything.
That's not a link.
Okay.
Just scroll down.
Scroll down. Yeah.
Well.
Right there. Bug fixes.
No one's fixed it. Okay, they got known issues and fixed it. Okay. So Grimhack location player corpse do not despawn. The Grim Hack UGF bunker did not return up when called. Did they fix the elevator?
Yep, that was it. That was
Wait, that's
Oh, that was it. That was it.
So that's the known
Bunker
issues right now.
elevator.
Those are the ones still going on. And
But if you
go up a
scroll
little bit,
up, it's the rest of everything else, right? See bug fixes
okay.
and technical updates, right?
just click the.
Oh dang! Oh dang! I'm not gonna go through all that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a lot. Okay, they fixed 8 client crashes, fixed 6 server crashes, fixed an out of memory crash, fixed 2 Vulcan upscaling GPU crashes, made further into graphical improvements. So, yeah. Thanks to the idea for doing it just before. I mean, doing the show, making me all confused. But okay, cool. I appreciate it.
Not only did they drop patch notes, but they did it in a totally new format.
Yeah, thank you, CIG. I see what you're doing here. I'm tempted to search this page, see if my name patch comes up, because scrolling fastcart in here. No, it doesn't come up. No, but it's not in there. Okay, good. All right, so yeah, Star Citizen Alpha 3.1 is out just before Invictus launch week. So, and there's a free flash. So hopefully, it'll resolve a lot of issues for people. But we shall see. And I just updated the game today. Dang. So yeah, check that out. You can get a chance.
I might have to re-download and see if I can actually get the game to run at more than like 5 FPS.
All right, so now we're going to get to Invictus launch week 2954 manufacturer schedule. This popped up early in the week. Not too many things were surprising to me. To talk about the fact and Aegis Interest M frigate, and talk about people can try Star Citizen for free, along with the test driving ships and stuff. Let me see. There's not a link. Okay, but yeah, I head over to the Invictus page for that. But yeah, I'm letting it load real quick before I do anything. So yeah, any surprises for anyone? We're not gonna go through each one of these because there's a whole lot of them. But yeah, I don't think there's any surprises for me anyway. No.
Well,
Now,
just the 14 server crashes, all the crashes that they're fixed is probably the best part of that, really. I mean, it helps to keep people in the game longer and making it a better experience.
One thing for me is I am looking for a Mirai Laser LX, not but they have an EX, but so I gotta wait for IE for it before I can pick that up again. Nothing really stands out. And we know they're gonna have surprises, even though they're not surprises anymore. It's just got there it is, the Firebird right here. We'll talk about it later, but I just want to highlight it real quick. The Aegis Saber Firebird, facilitating a devastating marriage of speed and ballistic firepower. The Firebird brings the heat to the infamous Saber chassis. A lot of people are saying this is going to be the Saber Phoenix. I'm like, it can't be the Phoenix because that's the constellation. So yeah, the Firebird makes more sense. Nothing else that stands out.
I do use the same name over again, Liberator.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I am surprised that no Hornet Mark II. They're only doing the Mark I's. So I'm not sure why that is, but that's interesting. Nothing for Drake that I can see. They're still selling the steel. People seem to like it again.
They buffed it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
They got the Drake Mule coming back. They had the Dragonfly Black, but not the Dragonfly Yellow Jacket. So yeah, I still have a CCU for that, but I don't know if I'm ever gonna use it.
They do have that new the MPUV isn't.
What about the MPUV?
The MPUV tracker. That's the new one.
Tractor. Oh wait, what?
Tractor. Not tracker.
Track. Oh, that one. Be the true MVP of space station cargo portering. Okay. Oh, I didn't notice that. Yeah, good eye. I didn't catch that. I wonder if that's gonna be like the Raptor. But no, probably not.
That's the one with the tractor beam on the front.
Right.
Yeah, and it actually has 3 tractor beams on it. Actually, yeah. So the front and then 2 in the back.
And then we have, it's 14 hours until Invictus, so that'll be on, I want to say noon Eastern, maybe, about that. So yeah, you can add to your calendar, and you got everything there, so yeah. And you also have the 17th and 18th tomorrow is RSI Origin at Consolidated Outlet on Argo. So I'm going to be logging in daily, checking it out, just moving around, looking at stuff like I normally do. Anyone had any special plans for Invictus?
I'll be walking around like I did last year, interviewing people for the People's Radio News.
Okay.
Do you think we're going to have any prize ships that are in these manufacturers the next couple of days for the weekend?
We shall see, but yeah, I think we have 1 or 2, because they said we'll have surprises, but I don't know if they're technically surprises now, but I think there probably maybe 1 or 2 ships that we don't know about. We'll see.
If there's any surprise for Invictus that's in the game files, it would be in this patch that just dropped. So if you don't want to know, don't look at any leaks.
But if it's a concept, it wouldn't be.
Yeah, you're right. If it's a concept, it wouldn't be.
Right.
Unless there's a hollow model of it.
Oh, let's have the hollow model. I was just thinking that. Yeah. You beat me to it. But real quick, why does no one answer the question from JTL? Freya responded, hey, that we published the Invictus Fact, which is stock limited ship wave schedule and more here. So this is the Invictus Long Week Fact. Let's go down to the wave that we just mentioned. So would it be war bond issues available? Yes. Would it be stock quantity? Will it be quantity stock limited ship? And yes. And wave 1 is at 1600 UTC, wave 2 is at midnight UTC, and wave 3 is at 8 a.m. UTC. That's typically normal time, so convert those to your normal time zone. So that'd be noon Eastern, what is that? No, wait. Yeah, noon Eastern, 8 p.m. Eastern, and 4 a.m. Eastern. IL Invictus Long Week Day 1 and 2, and which is March 17th and 18th. That'd be Constellation Phoenix. That'd be stock quantity limited. 5 and 6, or the 21st and 22nd, will be P Aegis and Aegis Javelin will be stock quantity limited. And day 9 and 10, which is 25th and 26th, will be the Drake Kraken and Kraken Privateer will be quantity limited. Will ship be able to fly for free? Yes. You need a copy of Star Citizen to enjoy. No. Can you invite a friend? Of course. And a whole bunch of other stuff that, typically for the part for the course for Invictus Long Week. So check that out if you bring in a friend, or if you just want to brush up on that. Up next we have, this is the same thread, but people were correcting, they saw something wrong, but for the person who posted this were saying how to rent ship, but the previous year how to rent ship. This year, you have to do it. Let me get this one. So in the Expo Center Hall, you must go to the info panel, not the ship this time. You have to go to the info panel, and then you pop up the info panel with the app, and then you can rent the ship from the info panel. It's not you don't go directly to the ships anymore. So pointing that out. Okay, roadmap roundup. Oh boy, yeah. Happy Wednesday, everyone. This is from Jake Acapella. So yeah, let's get into it. The release view. In this week's roadmap roundup update, they're excited to announce the addition of Alpha 4.0 to release view, targeting Q3 of this year. Below you'll find the initial set of features and content planned for the release, with more to come and lead up to launch. The following feature cards have been added to release through with targeting Alpha 4.0. I'm just going to go over the headers. Server Meshing V1, Meshing System Refactor, Transit System Refactor, Pyro 1, Pyro 2, Pyro 3, Pyro 4, Pyro 5, Pyro 6, Ignis, Vatra, Adia, Pharaoh, Virgo, Verve, Pyro Space Station, Outpost Colonialism, Jump Point, Solar Burst, Life Support, Engineering, Charge Drain, Multi-Tool Update, Fire Hazard, Fire Extinguisher, MFD Rework, and new displays, Quasi Grazer, those are the space cows, additional player customization, also Juice Mark II ES, that's the Explorer version of the Juice, and the following cards will be added to 323, Mirai Pulse and Mirai Pulse Elect. The following cards are past the initial review for 321 and therefore are targeted status to committed. Aegis Retaliated, Gold Standard, and vehicle modularity. So yeah, what do you ever have to say about that?
Well, I mean, that's just what the initial, release. Who knows what anything else they're going to add on to it?
Yeah.
But I think I would like to think that it's just that's the patch is too tempting and too juicy for SIG not to release it during or close to CitizenCon. I go ahead.
It's a Q3 target, so that's what, because we're gonna get a Q4 patch, right? Like I said a lot of this last year, and Jade was there for a lot of this. A lot of the people were there for this. I kept saying last year, and I'm even recorded as saying 4.0 is going to be next year. And people kept telling me I was stupid, didn't know what I was talking about. 11 years with this project. I fully expected 4.0 to be this year, and I fully expect 4.1 to be this year. And I fully expect, and I said this to Jade after SitCon last year, they're going to hit the ground running next year, and they're not going to slow down. And they're going to go from this SitCon to next SitCon, and next SitCon is going to blow us away. And this being server meshing V1, which is static server meshing, not dynamic, with the mission system refactor and the transit and all of Pyro and jump points and everything else coming, I promise you there's a 4.1 patch coming. Literally clip this, record this, whatever. I promise you there's a 4.1 patch coming at the end of the year. I genuinely believe that.
Yeah, and I always maintained, I said there won't be a 3.24. Every time somebody would say 3.24, I'm like, no, you know what? 4.0 is 3.23 plus server meshing, Pyro, and a couple of other things they'd throw in. And that's exactly, now you see, that's exactly what's on the roadmap. So I hate to say I told you so, but I told you so.
What's a 4.1 patch by Christmas?
Probably Nix.
Is it 4.0? Is it 4.1 or 4.01?
for the end of the year?
Yeah,
I genuinely believe that, yes.
Because it was done 2 years ago, Admiral. The dev said it was done and just needed server meshing. So
I mean, I think they have got 10 already to go because Turbulence been working on a shit ton of them.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think we'll see Nix by the end of the year. But I mean, the biggest thing is obviously, we've gone from single day sitcons to now, last year was a dual day sitcon, and this year is going to be a dual day sitcon.
Right.
And I'm gonna say this. From the day I kickstarted till now, this is the happiest and most excited and most optimistic I've ever been with the project. I feel, with the announcement of 4.0, with what I genuinely believe will be a Squadron 42 release date. I don't think Squadron 42 is going to have a beta. I think we will see a release date at SitCon. With what I expect to be coming this year, the dream is coming true, and we're finally at the end of the end of the start of the journey, I should say. That probably doesn't make a lot of sense.
Of the beginning.
Yeah, the end of the beginning, and now we really, really move forward. And I genuinely believe that 4.0 will be out probably either right before or during SitCon. will be their target, and then after
Yeah.
sitcom we'll get a 4.1 for Christmas, and then they'll go on to being done, during holiday downtime, and then next year will probably be even more than 323, 4.0, and 4.1. We're here. We're finally here. 11 years, and we're finally here. And that's why I came on the show tonight, is like,
oh, okay.
to really like push that is we're here. Like,
And Sin,
and I really don't
thank
think
you for the subscription. Appreciate it.
Yeah. Sorry. I just don't think people quite get it that we're finally at Star Citizen. And I think we'll be playing Squadron next year. I really do.
All right.
I want to be wrong, but because I want them to make sure that it's good. But I think we'll be playing Squadron next year.
I mean, I don't want to sound surprised. Well, I was surprised that they said it. When Jared said that we're getting 4.0 during the summer, I was surprised because they gave another win estimate. Because CIG typically has, shied away from doing that. But now they're saying 4 to 3. I'm not sure if that. Well, I mean, technically that's far, but just at the cusp of summer, so maybe that'll count. But yeah, we'll see. But yeah, that's a lot of stuff. Anyone else got any comments before we move on?
No, again, we got the 4.0's coming out. Whatever's gonna happen with 4.1, maybe by Christmas, and then Squadron 42. I expect it to be released in October for CitizenCon. We got a special guest that they said is coming to the show, so I'm expecting one of the actors or actresses to show up. Maybe more. And there's a few of them from England, so that would make sense. And we'll go from there. So
see, I'm not sure if they're going to go from 4.0 to 4.1 or go from 4.0 to 4.01. But I mean, either or is fine with me. But if they go from 4.0 to 4.1, that's fine too.
They're still going to give us what 1.0 is going to be, like, which is what their quote unquote actual release of the PU is going to be. So
right.
Whether that means 10 systems or 5, or maybe they got 40 in their back pocket, I don't know.
I kind of hope that for Admiral, I would love to see Squadron 42 out at CitizenCon, but I'm gonna lean more for the first quarter of next year.
Of when? Next year? Yeah.
They don't want to lose the Christmas sale. I'm saying.
Yeah, you're right. I would think that they would try to get it ready. Absolutely, Admiral. That would be, a good stuffing stock. What do you
stocking stuffer?
That'd be a hell of a stocking stuffer. I mean,
it's in my stocking. Yeah, go ahead.
Wait over a decade for this game, so yeah, that'd be one. That'd be a gift under the freaking tree. Not skip a stocking stuffer, hell.
And remember, it's a 3-parter. It's like Mass Effect 1 through 3. So this is 3 separate games. You go through the old stuff. They said the first one's going to be like a digital release. And the second one's going to be like third one's going to be like its own game or something like that. But so we'll see how they roll it out.
But speaking of CID doing things differently, this is the first time in the Roadmap Roundup, Jake Acapella just said, here's a link to the comlink distribution instead of copying everything over from the comlink into Spectrum. So I guess they want everyone to focus on the comlink article rather than the Spectrum article. But they're getting some replies in here. So yeah, Xylo posted with a rocket ship taking off. So yeah, Xylo is happy. All right, so yeah, that is the roadmap roundup for May 15th, 2024, and there's a big one today. This week in Star Citizen, hello everyone. 323 Vintage Beckons, and now 323 1 just came out today. To talk about the patch notes and the Spectrum, Mirai Pulse, and the Beacon. I'm going to show some stuff from the Beacon 2024 real quick. So I think this is on page 9, so I'll just rotate until we get back to page 9. So that is Sandy, Chris, Pedro, and Jared. And there goes Chris, Sandy, and Pedro. A couple other folks. A whole bunch of people with smiley faces. Looked like they had fun over there. I don't know if this was streamed. Do you know if this was streamed anywhere?
Yeah. There's bits and pieces of it if you're subscribed on YouTube to BCon. I believe though it is in French, so be aware.
Well, hopefully, YouTube will translate it. If you can send me those links, I appreciate it. Then,
not a problem.
I'd like to shout out Droll, who won the Daymar Rally competition at that. One of our People's Radio staff members was there and won the Atmo Esports competition they had there.
I wonder how many people they had altogether. No way to know. Okay, so I'm curious what this is. This looks like physical models of different ships and stuff like that. So I didn't know they had like a big modeling community over there. Wormhole Tribune, I like that. Now that is the Retribution. I don't know if that's the Chinese one, because the Chinese had one too. I don't know if it's a different one or the same one. So yeah. Green Fluorite, Aphrite, Hedanite, Genite, and Quantanium. And this is the person who awakened Xeon. They were at CitizenCon last year.
Yep, there was. I still have my name.
Jale, yeah.
And I know Fitzface didn't go, so he didn't get killed this time. So congrats Fitzface for not getting killed. Cosplay again, a big cosplay community everywhere. I'm messing with you, Fist. And
I know. It's all right.
This is repeating. So
I got one in the chamber waiting.
Tuesday they got the Galactic video update. We got the development. Wednesday they got the roadmap. We just covered that. ISC's coming up in a bit. And Friday, Starting Live return, but the Invictus all vehicles Q&A. So post your questions for the development team now in Spectrum, or if you see a question that closely relates to yours, go and upvote it so it'll get asked. Twitch at twitch.tv/Star Citizen at 8 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. UTC. And Saturday had Atmo Esports System 7 returned with Race 6. So check those out. I'm going to scroll down and get to the top images for the community hub. I think that's an excellent shot right there. A nice sunset with the Hercules in the background. It kind of had like that Mars, the Martian feel to it, or maybe Interstellar, one of those movies. So yeah, it had that.
Both of them combined. Yeah.
This is the Hornet. I'm guessing it's the Mark II. I'm not sure. I can't really tell. It has a serial number, but I don't see if it's Mark II or not. Danger intake. But yeah, that's the Hornet. That's a great shot. Nice armor with the fire in the back. Okay. And that is the Vandal Glaive. Yeah, thank you. Coming in for a landing, or coming into the atmosphere. So great shot. Congrats to everybody who got posted. Yeah, but I think that is my favorite shot in this set this time. And it was scored up, and the MVP for May 13, 2024. Excuse me, sorry about that. Lucky 13 by Mayor Tranquility. Yeah, Mayor. I just say Mayor for short. Medway short film, The Mystery Star Citizen Universe, took about 2 months for it to complete. Check out the Mayor Fleet Org video on Comlink, and there's a link for the Comlink. We're not going to do the video because it's like 18 minutes, well, it's 14 minutes long, but we had something else in mind for tonight.
Played it last time, though.
No, that was the trailer.
Oh, it was. Oh,
yeah,
wow. Okay.
Yeah, that was the trailer. Yeah, this is the full-on version. And then we have looking for questions, Q&A, Star Citizen Live, all Q&A. So like I said, if you see a question that closely relates to yours, go ahead and upvote it. The number one question so far, are you going to address the cargo doors and pods for the Kirk and the Caterpillar soon? So people want to know about that. Can you give us an update on the status of the Banning Resume? And tell us what the idols are in this regard. Matter of fact, hey, I didn't look at these before. I am going to upvote that one right now.
Of course you are.
Jugnaut wants to know what's the status on the 609 we work. I'll upvote that one too. So yeah, it's a question that you want to ask. Go ahead and upvote it. So yeah. Start System Live all SIP Q&A, so that'll be tomorrow, 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Pacific. A couple more before we get to the ISC. This is the Whitley's Guide Hercules. I love the shot there. I was reading through this a bit, give you some details about why the Hercules came into being. It's mostly for logistics during the war. So yeah, that's interesting. We just want to know more about the Hercules. Anyone else read this or have any thoughts about the Whitley's Guide or the Hercules? Thank you for the subscription, Shipwreck. Thank you.
Hey, Shipwreck.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. Death Tell. So, go ahead. What was that, Jade?
Oh no, I was just saying hello to Shipwreck. Speaking of people from the Atmo esports community. Yeah,
that was from Dafto. Dafto gifted this Shipwreck. That was my mistake. But yeah, thank you, Dafto. All right, so I guess we're moving on. Yeah, we got Hercules. Check that out, instead. This is a question about the web page. Why is the RSI profile page now gated behind login? Recently, the gated user profiles are behind authenticated login. Nichols from CID says, hey, they disabled API temporarily for Invictus launch week to help with the stability issues when they're at peak concurrency. The team is aware that it impacts organization tools such as Discord bot, and they're looking into long-term solutions with a proper webhook API in order to facilitate verification. So yes, while Invictus Long Week is going on, profile pages will be gated, but after Invictus Long Week is over, it'll go back to normal, hopefully. So that if you're interested about that, that is why.
Oh, I hope they start implementing APIs. I would love an API for the standings for like the Star Marine and racing stuff. Like, that would just be amazing.
They need to separate, in my opinion, they need to separate. Good night, sweetie. I love you. Thank you. Get some sleep. Going to school tomorrow. Sorry. I really would rather see them do a proper.
Rain, was that for fastcart?
No, that was my 12-year-old going to bed.
Fastcart's only 13. So.
Quit while you're ahead, Pops. Or was
that was Pops.
That was Pops. Okay. What I want to see is them separate a lot of that informational services that would be for an API, because an API is two-way. But if they just run a webhook API that's more lightweight and it's just like a one-way, data transmission, and just let people call into that webhook to just pull data down. And put that on a separate scalable service instead, on a completely different server, kind of like a replication layer split kind of thing, is what I really hope that they decide to do, so that people can pull data down and do stuff like that with Discord bots and all that.
I mean, I'm still hoping for the phone app. So hopefully.
I mean, I'm hoping for actual org tools sometime between now and the heat death of the universe.
I'm just hoping Spectrum will work on the phone better.
So much hope.
Yeah, I have.
I mean, it's not like they had $700 in the project or anything that they can afford to have people do this kind of stuff. But no, I guess not.
Yeah.
No, I'm picking. But yeah, that is why the profile pages are gated. And this is a joke post. Look like they're full up here. I'll take the next one. The whole bunch of dead bodies from the elevator. Beware the elevator. And this is hopefully they fixed that one and 323.1. But Beatrice CIG says so every time this elevator arrives somewhere, the bodies have hit the floor. So that sounds like a song. I want to make a song for that.
Yeah.
So I thought that was funny. Hopefully they got that fixed. All right, then. We're up to .isc, Inside Star Citizen. Let me look at my notes real quick. So we're going to go about halfway through, about 6:44 into the video, and then we'll come back. So yes, this is ISC.
It's that time each May where we celebrate the might and majesty of the UEE vehicle fleet, and this week we're exploring the gold standard work of one of the rarest vehicles in the game, the debut of a new design sure to set the verse on fire, and a long-requested variant finally making its debut at this year's event. It's Invictus Launch Week Part 1, so let's stop yapping and get to showing. I'll be here when you get back.
So the Sabre Raven was introduced at CitizenCon 2017 in Frankfurt. It was an exclusive deal with Intel. It is a EMP interdictor fighter, carries 2 EMP generators in its belly, has an additional computer on board for helping do data running, and is really just a cool looking ship. You can see the resemblance to the Sabre, but it is its own unique shape. Performance-wise, over the years, because of its exclusive nature, it's sort of never really peaked in terms of popularity, but the owners that have it love it, and you always see them at ship meets in the game. Recently, we completed Gold Standard on the base Sabre, which highlighted some of the issues with the Raven itself. It has sort of been left behind in terms of art and gameplay upgrades over the years. So we set about Gold Standing the Raven and utilising some of the work we did on the Sabre to help benefit the Raven.
So we've recently done a pass on the Sabre Raven. It gets referenced a lot as gold standard. What I think for me personally, the way I look at it is kind of our current standard. It's bringing a ship that we've done work on in the past and kind of ticking off all the current kind of features to make it compatible with everything we now do on our current release ships. The main pass that we needed to do on the Raven was to add all of its functional component bays. So now, rather than it just being a shell, and you can't really do much with it, each of the component bays now have a animating opening door. All of the components are accessible by the player, and that really just gets the vehicle ready for the next stage in Star Citizen gameplay. With the resource network work coming online and the ability to interact with the individual ship items, that ship is now kind of ticked off, ready, good to go. Some of the other work that was needed as a kind of byproduct of bringing it up to current day standards is working on the dashboard and the interactions on there. So now the buttons are all interactive, and really it's just about giving some love to some of our older vehicles and bringing them up to kind of our current day standard.
So at this Invictus, we're happy to announce that there is a new sibling to the Raven, and it's called the Sabre Firebird. So the Sabre Firebird is a missile-based fighter, much like some of our other ships like the Talon. It trades pure gun power for missile firepower. It is based on the Raven chassis, but it has quite a few little visual tweaks that when you put them side by side, you'll notice that it is a completely different art style. And its main firepower is from its belly-mounted bespoke missile launcher, which holds 12 size 3 missiles.
So in the Sabre series, we have the base Sabre, the Sabre Comet, and the Sabre Raven. And really, we wanted to kind of build on the Raven's chassis. It's a very unique design, and we really felt like we could do more than what we've currently done with that vehicle chassis. Obviously, we wanted to make sure that it feels different enough from the base Raven. So we did quite a lot of work. The actual full kind of top of the vehicle has pretty much been kind of remodeled. The main spine of the vehicle has a bunch of changes on it. When we looked at it and kind of decided what is really successful and what we want to build on, we really felt like the Raven is very, very sleek, whereas the base Sabre had these really nice kind of like tail fins and a nice kind of back end to it. So really we kind of want to bring a bit of that inspiration back into the Firebird. So the main kind of visual change that you'll notice on the rear of the vehicle, it's got a slightly new thruster, and it's got these nice sort of wings that complement the rear tail end. A lot of kind of more subtle changes have been done on the vehicle as well. When you kind of first look at them side by side, we really wanted it to be recognizable that it was built on the Sabre chassis. So we've kept a lot of the key shapes. But as you start to kind of like get into the details, you'll notice the wingtips are different. The kind of big cutouts have had some work done to them. and we decided to add some extra geometry there just to kind of strengthen up the vehicle a bit as it is. I think the base Raven, being like an interdiction ship, really it was kind of focusing on agility and being able to chase down targets, whereas this being slightly more kind of combat orientated, we really wanted a bit more strength in the vehicle as a whole. As you kind of go to the underside of the ship, that's where the big functionality change comes. So now in the belly of the ship, we've got a big missile rack, so it all opens up and then we can launch the missiles out from underneath the Firebird.
Compared to a lot of our other ships that have missile racks just bolted under the wings, or bespoke ones mounted into the hull that are sort of firing forwards, this is canted at a downwards angle, so you get a really nice visual when they fire down and curve up. And also we've adjusted the missile controller on it, so rather than being restricted to a set amount, it can fire up to a complete row at a time, so you get to see a huge volley of row by row come out. So we have a lot of fighters in the game, but we don't have a lot that their main focus is missiles. I could mention that the Talon Shrike is pretty much the main missile-based fighter that is a light to medium category, so this adds another option into the mix. And it also builds on all the work we did for the Sabre Raven Gold standard to help get a brand new ship. In terms of who is the Firebird for, just like anyone who enjoys combat, this is a ship for you, especially if you prefer to sort of not engage direct in dogfights and sort of lurk on the periphery of combat and help chip away at the targets. So that's the Sabre Firebird, available at Invictus. We're looking forward to see the reception of it and letting a new generation of backers experience that classic silhouette with a revitalized in-game performance.
Did you consider doing a Pontiac Trans Am Firebird paint for this?
When we came up with the name of the Firebird, we did, instantly think of some vehicle inspirations, should we call it? But no.
Smokey and the Bandit.
No, Smokey and the Bandit.
I hate you.
Mutual.
And we're back. So that is the first half talking about the Firebird. And yeah, so let's get to it. What do people thought? The Sabre Raven, Firebird, and the gold standard for the Sabre Raven.
I love the Sabre.
Okay.
Rain first and fist.
I love the Sabre. It's probably one of my favorite ships in the game. So, it getting a gold standard pass is long overdue, and it getting something to help counteract the fact that they decided to link a ship to a freaking video card sale that is, in my opinion, was one of the dumbest things they've ever done.
It was an SSD.
Or SSD, sorry, whatever. Video card SSD. I that's right, Intel, not Nvidia. Sorry. Okay, well, whatever.
Well, AMD Omega with the video card one.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, okay. Still, it's stupid to link crap to hardware that only people with I hate it. Sorry. Anyway, I'm really glad that there's now a I guess you could say sibling replacement type thing for people that wanted the same sort of styling now, because it looks gorgeous, and the missile system on board it is really, really neat. So yeah, that's my take.
Thank you for that. Face.
Oh, no, I'm just going to be short and sweet. I mean, the Raven is not really a ship that I'm really interested in, but looks cool. That was all I was going to say.
Right. Cool story, bro. Thank you very much.
There you go.
Anyone else?
Let's
go Rad and Kusanagi.
Yeah, I would be interested eventually to see the tactics that people use that missile ship with, because if missiles is the only thing it has,
it's got two guns on it.
2 guns on it. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, we'll see. Maybe shoot off its missiles and try to retreat somewhere. It can rearm somewhere somehow. then get back into the fight again. So, but we'll see. We'll definitely see. That's it. That's all I got.
get you.
So the Saber line it was built from the ground up as a stealth platform. So I imagine, and all the weapons are internal. So if you think about an F-22, F-35, like when they're as stealthy as they can be, they have their internal weapons bay only being used. They don't have an external rack. They don't have external fuel tanks or anything like that. So this is like a really good, stealth fighter bomber. And fighter bomber works. And I think if you don't want to get killed a lot, then this would probably be a good ship to use. It's probably like the Saber right now it's a really good platform, but like I wouldn't want to get into a long-term fight with the regular Saber because it's not designed for heavy engagements, but it's more like a hit and go type of thing. And I think this is the same thing. It has all that arsenal, the payload that can bring to bear on a fight, and they're also size 3, so they're pretty decent sized missiles. So,
by the way, look at the top of it when it goes again. People were talking about
that's what I'm looking for. That's what I'm looking for, Lane. I'm trying to find. So you've already. This is definitely the sneak peek.
I think so. Yeah.
Just
watch it again, and when it. Like the top of it when it.
Yeah, I'm trying to find a good angle.
I seen the circles. Yeah, it's right there.
Right there. It's the Saber Raven they were showing in the right there.
All right, so if I go back to this,
see the little circle, and then go to the other one.
Oh yeah.
See circle right there.
Oh, okay, that circle. Okay, I see now.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, Digi, thank you for the raid. Welcome, raiders. We're talking about ISC, so welcome. Come on into Discord. You want to talk about ISC? We're talking about the Saber Firebird, not Saber Phoenix, as I keep wanting to refer to, but Saber Firebird.
When you say the Saber Phoenix, what's that?
It's something that people were talking about last week. But yeah, the Saber Firebird. So if you want to guess, you can. But what are your guesses for the price?
Enough.
245.
245.
Ooh, Lord,
245. Well, you got to think though. The Saber, I believe, was about 2 something.
I forget.
180.
I want to say.
So you got to think bombers are usually more money. So I'm kind of giving it that bump. I'm thinking 245.
Not 250. Not 250.
Not 250. Just 245.
Okay, so all right. Anyone else?
What about 247?
247. No, it's gotta be
2447.
I'll say 200 on the dot.
Yeah,
200 on the dot.
That seems more reasonable. Yeah.
All right, let me just make sure, because I'm looking at the thing here. The Saber, the Saber's 180, 170, my bad.
It's at 175. Okay, so I'll adjust it. 225.
Okay, so the Saber is 170. The Saber Comet is 185. So there's $15 difference between those.
Yeah.
Wait, the Saber Comet is how much?
185, and the Saber is 170.
I don't know. You got to think about it. Prices are going up. So
I'm going to say even 200. Just make it even, make it easy. But CIG never makes it easy, so I'm wrong.
Yeah,
I'm wrong. But I just see 200. Y'all are crazy. Why are we crazy? Almost over. Why are we crazy? All right. So I didn't mean to. I just paused. What are you gonna say?
I'll tell you what, fastcart. If if they don't do a Firebird paint,
that would sell like hotcakes.
If they do a Firebird paint, I will buy that ship.
Yeah, that would sell like hotcakes.
Yeah,
they have to be incredibly careful.
That's true.
That's true.
That is copyright. That design on that
and
car.
The thing is, they could do like a red Firebird paint, and it won't, they could call it that, but they could do like a black paint, not call it Firebird.
Yeah, there are ways around that. I'm quite sure.
I mean, there
Yeah, but the
are,
ship
but
it's called a Firebird, so
yeah.
they really can't.
Yeah.
Oh, we'll see. We'll see.
Yep. All right, so let's get on to the rest of the show. Here we go. Unmute. And this is another 6 minutes, so let's enjoy.
So, in the top 3 questions that I get, number 1 and 2 are when and where are the Bounty Merchantman and Endeavour? The third one is where is my Ursa medical version? So we're finally proud to present the RSI Ursa Medivac.
Yeah, because that's the one they really wanted you to focus on.
So where are you going to use the Medivac? It is designed for use in a sort of combined arms ground assault scenario.
When you kind of think about all the different gameplay loops we have and all the different ways that our players like to explore the universe, we have a lot of air support. We have the Pisces, we have med bays in our big ships, but we don't really have anything that's ground vehicle based that can kind of be that response unit to really kind of get people out of trouble, to come in and heal our players.
You have people on the ground in vehicles, in grav-led bikes, on foot, assaulting a location such as a distribution centre. Ultimately, people get injured and killed, and they don't want to respawn back at their hubs or at hospitals, or even in sort of a parent mothership a long way away. You need something that can keep up with the assault, and that's where the Medivac sits.
It fills that gap in our lineup that allows the players to be able to go out, explore our universe, and have less concerns about some of the activities they're getting up to, knowing that they've got a medical vehicle on call nearby that can kind of get them out of a bit of a sticky situation. Exterior-wise, the main kind of big difference is going to be the delivery.
So the Medivac will come with its own medical-themed default paint, as well as additional paints, and these will be applicable to the base Ursa as well.
Other than that, the kind of main changes that we've done is just really giving it a bit of a lift up to our current standards. So we've got proper interaction panels now for the side entrance and the rear entrance. And then the biggest change really is on the rear of the vehicle. The ramp or the rear door previously split in the middle and opened up, but that doesn't really make sense when you think of a medical vehicle. You want to be able to ease the transition in as easy as possible. So it's got a proper kind of rear ramp on it now. The door folds down and just allows much easier access into the rear of the vehicle. Inside, it's all new. It feels very clean and clinical. Our artist that works on it, Hadi, he's done like a fantastic job of really bringing up the kind of the level of detail, making it really feel like a purpose-built space. On the left-hand side, you've got a weapons locker that also has storage for your med guns and your utility items. We've then got a clean sink area. It feels very clinical and clean. And then as you move towards the front of the vehicle, you've got an extra seat. Looking at kind of current ambulances and medical vehicles, you generally have your patient and then somewhere for the person that is kind of doing that treatment to be. We've got the medical terminal where it allows you to treat the player or the patient. And then right at the front, we've got all the component bays and everything else that's needed for making the vehicle work.
So the big feature of the RSI Ursa Medivac is, of course, the med bed in the back. It is a tier 3 med bed, and the way med beds work in the game is changing. Tier 3 historically did not allow respawn on them. We're changing that to allow respawn, but at a much reduced distance from the vehicle. So you really need to keep this vehicle up with the attack to get the maximum use out of it.
We took a lot of inspiration from some of our other kind of med bays on our other vehicles, and generally, we just try to think about if you're trying to treat someone that's been injured, what do you need, what's available for you. Obviously, we looked at ambulances and real-life inspiration.
That change is not exclusive to the Medivac. That is an across-the-board change. So ships such as the C8R Pisces and Cutlass Red will also benefit from that. But of course, those are much larger targets in a combat scenario, so you would want to keep them a little bit further away. So that's the Ursa Medivac. It is a great support vehicle for ground vehicle players, and especially those who want to support other more hostile engagements. And I didn't mean to imply that we picked this over doing the Merchantman or the Endeavour, but a lot of people ask me this. Every single event in Reddit spectrum. So where's the Medivac? So it's here now.
Launch sequence
So what did we learn this week? Well, we learned that the Saber Raven finally gets a little of the love and attention it's needed for some time. That the Saber Firebird is here with a host of missile-laden destruction alongside with it. And that the Ursa Medivac is rolling up with a fantastic change to how medbeds work and new liveries for all Ursas to enjoy. Now, don't forget to tune into this year's Invictus All Vehicles Roundtable tomorrow. We'll have some of the folks that make ships possible on to discuss all aspects of vehicle life in the verse, and then come on back next week for Invictus Part 2 for even more new vehicle goodness. For Inside Star Citizen, I'm Jared Huckabee. Thanks for letting us share the process of game development with you, and we'll see you all here next week.
And we're back.
I have
So
thoughts.
let's get that started. What was that?
I have thoughts. Lots of thoughts.
Go ahead.
Number one, yes, John. This is what we wanted you to freaking work on. No.
Yeah, I have a line. I'll wait for everybody else to go. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Number two, I mean, sure. I've been on a rig. Yeah, this looks nice. Looks great. The one thing is people are mad about the respawn changes. They don't like them because, of course, it's more of they're dumbing it down. They're making it arcade. They're making it for the dumbest people. Whatever. I want to play a goddamn game that I can play without it taking 4 hours for me to get to do the thing. And then I die, and then I have to get another hour to get back to continue doing the thing. I just want to play a freaking game. Like,
speaking
why
of the
is
respawn
that?
change, I want to bring that up so people know what we're talking about. So this is
Yes.
a screen grab from Griffin. Medical bed respawn update featured the gameplay, which release of 3.3.1. We wanted to provide players with less brutal experience when getting back into action. To help with this, they're making the all medical bed tiers be capable at being set as a region location. Excuse me, sorry about that. The range at which will be able to respawn in them will depend on the size class. Tier 3 medical bed will allow respawning up to 20 kilometers away, and Tier 2 medical beds, which previously will allow respawning up to 20 kilometers, will now allow respawning up to 50 kilometers away. These are current values for respawn distance will be monitored for balance and will be adjusted as needed. Healing capability for all beds will remain the same, and players responding will do so without their equipment they dropped on death, and will have to be prepared for an extra stored or survive to go back and reloot their corpse. So gone from 0 to 20 kilometers, and then 20 kilometers to 50 kilometers. So you're commenting on that one, Rain?
Yeah, a lot. Of course, I made the mistake of deciding to look at what the community was saying for the first time in months, and people are really upset about this change. I guess lots of people are upset about it on Reddit, and certain streamers' chats are mad about it. And people are saying that the medevac is useless before it even comes out because of the changes, and they don't like this, quote, dumbing the game down or whatever. And it's just I just want to play a freaking game. I'm 40 years old. I've got a kid. I got stuff going on. I just want to play the game. And I'm really happy with these changes because that means that I can get back into the action quicker if somebody has one of those vehicles with a bed nearby. The biggest thing I've heard is that everybody says that these respawn changes has ruined medical beacons, and no one will ever use medical beacons ever again, because that's the community, right? 11 years of this nonsense, right? One change means an entire section of the game just is gone. It's meaningless. It's useless. It doesn't mean anything. And I'm just kind of tired of it at this point.
It's like the more things change, the more things stay the same.
Yeah.
We go through this every single time, and I don't know why.
Just keep in mind the amount of people that you even see that are vocal on Spectrum or Reddit is already a tiny amount of people, right? Because most Star Citizen backers don't post on Spectrum, don't post on Reddit, right?
Yeah.
And so of those, you're just seeing the loudest ones So it's you just have to put it in perspective.
True. Fair.
Thank you for that, man.
I like
so,
these changes though.
I don't really. There's a couple things I have here. The logistics of having to drive this thing away 20 kilometers from let's just say like you're doing one of these large industrial bunker things. You have to drive it away 20 kilometers just to respawn. So someone has to drive you back to get your body, to get your gear, to get back into the fight. So
No,
who's
that's not
going
what
to
it
do
means.
that? What is it? Can I park outside and just respawn there?
Yeah, it has a range that you can respawn to it. That's 20 kilometers.
It has to be
So
20
if the
kilometers
vehicle
away
is
from my
sitting,
body.
No, Admiral, it can maximum be 20 kilometers.
Maximum between 0 and 20. Right? So if you walk out of this Ursa medevac and get shot in the face, you'll respawn at it. If you walk out of it, walk 20 kilometers and get shot in the face, you'll respawn at it. And anywhere between those 2 points, you get shot in the face, you'll respawn at it. At 21 kilometers, you won't.
Do I have
That's
to
what
be
it
shot in the face, though? Can I be shot someone else?
I mean, I don't know, like it's whatever, whatever makes you happy,
The
fastcart.
place where the
Thank
jokes
you.
come from, preferably.
Yes.
All right, so anyone else thoughts?
Well, I just think that so I was in a war game situation one time, a real war game situation, and I was put in an army ambulance and it had 4 beds in the back. That's what the standard is for medical ambulances. And they can say, "Oh, well, we looked at ambulances to see how this should look." I'm like, "Yeah, you looked at real life civilian ambulances, as far as I can tell." And it just doesn't seem like it can hold a lot of people to treat them at the same time or to move them out of a combat scenario. Because all I really have to do is this is an Edge of Tomorrow case right here. This is like, oh, I broke my arm, shoot me in the head so I can respawn. And that's what this is right now. This is a Tom Cruise movie right at the situation.
No.
Yeah, in real life, we don't have respawning. We don't have nanites. It's not 29.
Yeah, I don't think you can compare real life to this.
Yeah, stop comparing real life to this game because it's only going to frustrate and anger.
No, I'm not comparing it against the real life. I'm comparing this to a movie.
Well, you just did, Admiral.
I'm comparing to a movie right now that people in the medical gameplay are kind of like upset about. People who have medical orgs, and that's all they want to do is medical gameplay. And they're like, what's the point of me healing somebody if all I have to do is walk up, shoot them in the head, and they can spawn 5 meters down the road?
You're only hearing a small amount of medical people because, like, I know a person who is an actual real life nurse. Her name's Lorelei. She's in Night Witches. She loved this when it came out because for the exact reason that Rain was saying is that when we go out with the Night Witches and we're doing bunkers and stuff, we don't have to go through all that extra time, right? It's a game and it should be fun and people have a limited amount of time to play games.
This isn't a military vehicle, right? This is basically a civilian ambulance, which I've been on, which most of them only have 1 patient bed. And that's usually where, in mass casualty events, you get a lot of ambulances. This isn't an APC. Like, this is the problem I have when we do this all the damn time. Like, here's this vehicle that's very obviously a civilian ambulance, and it's, oh, well, I'm mad at it because it's not an armored personnel carrier that can carry half a dozen people and treat all these patients. That's not what they said it was. They showed you what it was, and you're complaining that it's not some mystical thing that you wanted it to be. Like, I don't get it. I just don't get it. Like,
well,
why are we still doing this? Like, I don't know. I'm just tired of it.
I'll jump in to say my piece about it. I'm cool with the changes. Currently start doing 323, doing bunkers and stuff like that. Made me think about, something that, even today, me and Pops, we went out and did a distribution center by ourselves. Completed it. Pops got hurt. Had to run all the way back. We didn't, respawn. I didn't shoot him in the head or respawn him. But, to what I think what you're saying, though, Admiral, is just like, okay, if a person is in combat, and they're badly hurt, why not I just shoot them and down them, and then they respawn. But then you're still a man down in the battlefield rather than picking them back up. So I don't think that'll be the case scenario of the gameplay. Let me just hit somebody. Let me fully
Can I ask this
cackle.
question real quick? Can I ask a question real quick? What's faster,
Mhm.
right? Fist to face, right? You're badly injured and you're down. So I pop you in the head, you respawn in this vehicle, you have to go back and loot your corpse and put everything back on. Or I just smack you with the heal gun and you're back up. Or I drag you to the vehicle and heal you and you're back up. What do you think is gonna be more
Yeah, faster is but that's what I'm talking about. But if you're actually in live fire right now at the point of that combat, that's what I'm talking about, the scenario. Yes, of course, once combat is over with and everything is done, then yeah, of course. I mean that would be faster. But if we're like we say, if we got waves and waves of enemy and we need an extra gun, you know what I mean? Then, if we can get you up, then we get you up. But if like for like right now, if a scenario was a situation, I'll try to be real quick, where your arm is really badly hurt, like where you can't shoot, then okay, then all right, you're out the fight anyway. Then I can see that.
So I think that's that's a good debate or discussion about this. We'll see how this works out in long term, but I think this will be a more positive change rather than a negative change. But we shall see how it goes. And like they said, the CID will change their mind. They'll probably change the distance. I have no prediction as to what distance they'll wind up being when 1.0 hit. But this is just a test run, so this is alpha. This is what alpha is for, testing. So, but I do want to say my personal thought is, John Crew, now that we had the medevac, where the Endeavor at? John Crew, where the BMM at? Just asking. Just want to know.
Can I go?
Oh yeah, Pop.
Do I get a turn?
Oh, go ahead, Pop.
Oh, okay. Now I just wanted to point out something. There's 4 rings on this. Does any other ship, first of all, does any other land vehicle have 4 rings on it, like that, as if it's for a drop, like it to be dropped off, like from usually cranes hook onto things like that. And I'm just wondering, is that's something coming, or there's no ship in the game that can drop that? So I'm just looking at those 4 rings on it, on the top of the ship, on top of the.
It can drop an Ursa.
Right, there's 4
plenty,
rings.
There's plenty of ships that can drop
No,
an
but
Ursa.
these
you
are
mean
for hooks. These
okay,
are for
like
hooks.
hooks. I see what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I'm talking about. Like from not a crane, but like a crane coming down from a ship, like that. There's 4 hooks. There's 4 of them on there. So there must be a ship coming.
No, they do this stuff as rule of cool. They'll put a satellite dish on something, and people ask, "Is that for something?" And no, it's just there's a lot of stuff in this game that's just.
I cannot disagree with you, Jade.
Yeah, I have to disagree with that too.
Oh no, I cannot disagree. I agree. They'll put a set
on there for no reason, no future reason.
There is a lot of ships in the game with a lot of greeblies that are there for absolutely no reason whatsoever.
Yeah.
Well,
there's a reason that the mantra of Star Citizen is not just the only constant; it's rule of cool.
Yeah.
But
I want to touch base real quick on what Captain Sirius was kind of alluding to. He said getting more information on the impact on medical gameplay would be helpful. And medics in the field have always been left alone. You don't kill a medic. They're just helping the wounded, and you don't blow up a Humvee with a medic thing on the back. You don't do it. You don't blow up a vehicle with the crescent on it because it's a medical ambulance. But now these are respawn points, and it's open game. So that's just an interesting thing.
Real quick before we move on, I just want to get people a quick guesses. So the Ursa is $50 US dollars, and the Ursa for tuna is $55 US dollars. What do you think the medevac will be?
55.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah. Anyone else?
I think 75.
Ooh, it's gonna be more than $20. Wow. Okay. Why do you think that much?
Respawn point. Medical.
No, okay. Anyone else?
60, 65.
So people in chat are saying, I scroll it up, so I gotta go back and look at it. 50 Warbond, 55 credit. Captain Series 1 says 65. Citizen Ninja says 55. Yeah, I'm gonna say 55, and maybe 60 with RSI credit, but we shall see.
Real quick, before we go on to the next topic, Admiral, you do have something. You do make a point. If organized orgs go after, the medical thing such as that, it can obviously build up rivalries and bad feelings and bitterness and stuff like that. So we will definitely see how things like that can affect relations, between orgs or even AI folks. So we'll definitely see.
I mean, seeing as how everyone loves the realism argumentation, I was a medical professional in the Navy. I was a U.S. Navy hospital corpsman. I specifically wore low-vis gear so people wouldn't snipe me in the face, because they're going to target me. Because if I'm an 8404 FMF corpsman going out with Marines, I'm the only corpsman they've got. So shoot me, they're all screwed, because they're basic combat lifesaver trained. That's it. So I know people were saying, like, oh, it's normally been a thing where you leave the medics alone. Well, now it might not be. So medics adjust. Like,
and with that, we're going to move on to our Machinima on a happy thought. But yeah, that is the ISE from today. Oh, shoot, got to find the title again. It is The Firebird is the Word. So yeah, check that out later if you want to watch it again. But now we're moving on to our Machinima content, community content. This is from Zark Media. It's About Looking Good, Hubwire Galactic. And this was released yesterday, so let's check it out. It's 7 minutes long.
You're watching Hubwire Galactic. I'm Oliver Zark, and here's our leading story tonight. Tech giant Microtech are finishing up their final tests and are getting ready to launch a completely redesigned Mobiglass experience. But we'll begin in the world of fashion, where hairstyles are becoming more important than ever before. But what happens if you're out of the loop? Our reporter finds out what your hairstyle says about you.
I've been a hairdresser for 35 years, and good golly have I seen some very interesting hairstyles.
For 35 years, Martin Gill has seen his hair studio grow from a small business to a well-known establishment for unkept business people on the go. 5 years ago, he moved his business here to the R&R station between Stanton and Terra, and ever since, business has been booming.
A good education makes you an asset, but a good haircut will sign the contract every time.
Oh man, Martin's just the best.
He only knows a limited set of hairstyles and would never deviate.
After spending some time outside of his salon, it's obvious that Martin's positive vibes are quite contagious.
Woo! Time to chase that money.
Oh, yay!
So, if your next business venture takes you to the Stanton Terra jump point, remember to stop by the jump station and get that hairstyle that makes people say yes. For Hubwire Galactic, I am Marcus Hurst.
Come over here, let me cut you.
And speaking of touch-ups, like me, many of you have patiently been waiting for an overhaul to the Mobiglass, and ever since Microtech showed off their upcoming changes last year, Spectrum has been buzzing out of control with activity around the company and user expectations. Let's head over to the heart of the company and hear from their own representatives what we can expect during 2954.
Groundbreaking and life-changing are two ways to describe Microtech's upcoming Mobiglass 2 update. And to find out more, we've met up with Microtech Operations Manager Chris Regali. Is this the Mobiglass 3.0 we're seeing?
No, it's not, but it's our biggest Glass 2.0 software update to date, completely rethinking functionality and UX design, and over this next year, we'll release the full change in waves, starting with changes to navigation and AR.
So these changes affect the Reverie AR lens as well?
Many of the elements you see with your lens will change over the course of 2954, and with this first wave of updates, you will get access to a proximity minimap and improved functionality to get better assistance on how to interact with unknown objects.
And what about the Mobiglass changes?
Well, we're not ready to give you all the details, but we're expecting to be able to have a completely redesigned star map in your hands by the end of the month. But please remember, this update is huge, and we will probably have to release it in waves before you have the full finished look on your wrist.
And finally, which of the upcoming changes are you most proud of?
They're all great, of course, but if I had to choose, it would be the updated navigation that can zoom in from a star system view all the way to your ship's interior. It looks better, feels better, and interacts better with the user on both the glass and on the Reverie lens.
It's understandable Microtech are reluctant to make too many promises, but if the rumors we've heard are true, users have a lot to look forward to. Vitals, external readings, career opportunities, ship readings, basically everything is scheduled to be overhauled and on user devices before the end of the year. For Hubwire Galactic, I'm Jake Foley.
Interesting developments for most people, but there are some who don't care for the latest tech. In fact, some of them don't care about tech at all. They're called landers, and they're found in different outposts across the Empire. This is what it looks like, living off the grid.
A liar, a world-class parasite, and a cesspool for terrorism and disease. Jordan has heard it all.
I might not be a synth world scientist, but I'm hardworking.
Living off the land and not relying on off-world transports is one of the biggest and most rewarding challenges one can undertake. Something this self-sufficient group of outsiders all agree on.
Yep.
So tell me a little about a normal day here.
I start my mornings looking to get food. I can usually forage in the woods, but lately I've been hunting small game to put some meat on the table for us.
So you're like using traps and...
Not really, no. I shoot them.
With?
Guns.
You make ammo here.
Oh no, we don't have the skills or equipment. But there's this great place near here called Ghost Hollow. It's about a day's journey west. I think it's an outlaw hideout. And from time to time, some bounty hunter goes in there and kills everyone, giving us about an hour to clear the place out.
Wouldn't that count as outside materials, though?
We're living off the land.
You're scavenging.
Potato.
Whatever. Okay, so your clothes are really cool at least.
Thanks.
Who makes them?
We found them in Ghost Hollow too.
Really? Also, all these houses are built using ship parts, so I'm guessing...
Yep. Ghost Hollow.
Medicine?
Ghost Hollow.
Food?
Okay, I see your point.
It seems the landers are not really the outsiders they claim to be, and while they are probably not as bad as people say, they're at least out there provoking the thought that maybe mankind has become too advanced. Maybe it's time to embrace technology as necessary parts of life. For Hubwire Galactic, I'm Mason Watts.
That's all we had tonight. I'm Oliver Zark, and you are wiser than yesterday. Be safe.
We are back. Oh, there's a lot of credit. Make sure I didn't miss anything. Okay, no, just credit. Okay, so I thought I recognized it, but I didn't know it was that much credit. Anyway, we're back. What do people think?
It takes a lot of people to make this, and it takes a lot of time. You have the voice acting level, right? But then you also have to have people who can do the FOIP. And those aren't always the same people. So, yeah, it takes a lot of people and a lot of work to do these.
I don't want to knock the work, but the sort of dry, sort of deadpan delivery of it
Not your cup of tea.
Yeah.
Okay,
I mean, it's
that's
great
fair.
though. Like it's great. Like, they had to build the set, obviously, in probably, I don't know, something like Blender or whatever. And it takes a lot to put this together, and it's really well done, but it's just kind of like not for me.
Have you seen any of the other one? Did you see the one that I was in?
I don't
The
think so.
speed dating cruise that Fastcart and I were in?
No,
Oh
but
yeah, that's
We'll
that's
send
a
that to you
total.
later. We'll
Yeah,
send that to you
yeah.
later.
yeah. So
Okay.
it's just this one episode, I think, because like he's done a lot of different episodes, and each one is different. So this one may not have appealed to you, but other ones he's done might.
And then there was that long form one that was pretty good. But he was stranded in the
Oh
air.
yeah,
That
yeah,
was a good one. So yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I literally came across this earlier this afternoon. Um, I, I'm well familiar with this channel. I like it overall. The last part was the funniest bit, but the thing that drove me crazy is the mouths. Talking through the mouth. This is just oh my god. Like Jade. I will agree. It takes it's a lot of work, and some people pull it off quite well, and some people are fall off the mark a little bit. But this is quite good overall.
Yeah.
This is why I
I'll
use
jump in.
AI voices sometimes, because like getting people from the community to read lines it's cool, but not everybody's an actor. Not everybody's a good voice actor for
Yeah.
every kind of scenario. But for
Yes.
really good AI voices now, they can convey like urgency or sadness or whatever. And so yeah, I'm not knocking this. I'm just saying that I think when you watch something like this, you're so used to, professional voice actors that do it. These are all just people from the community. And so I applaud them. It takes a lot of work.
Face, you were going to say something?
Yeah, no, I was gonna say I appreciate this. This is really cool. One of the things that I appreciate with the production value of it, obviously from the video to the audio, and one of the things that I always talk with my dad about, because he's the one actually who got me into audio from a child, excuse me, from my childhood and everything like that all the way up. Is that Zark doesn't overdo things. He does things to the product, and that's one of the things that I've learned in audio from my dad, was that you always serve the product.
Yeah, one of the things, if I could say, Oliver's style seems to be that kind of a not a fast pace. It's not really slow, but he's just kind of like mellow. Everything that I recall seeing him do was kind of a mellow kind of adventures. He does, I don't remember him seeing gun battles and things like that. But it's very interesting how he brings something that we know about, but we wouldn't think of making a machinima from hairstyle.
Right.
To do something from a hairstyle perspective is very difficult to do. And he has always had that interview style. So to me, it is a lot of hard work, and the subjects sometimes he touches on are, like I said, not boom boom boom. They're not about ships. It's about other things in the game that you normally
it's more of a law piece.
Yeah, exactly, and that's difficult.
Yeah, it's supposed to be in diverse news thing. I think some people don't see it for what it's supposed to be. Imagine watching this in your 600i or whatever. Like you wake up and turn on the news and there's Oliver's art. That's what this is. It's not supposed to be dramatic. It's not supposed to be an action flick. It's supposed to be the news, right? Just regular people in the verse doing things. So yeah.
This is how current this thing is. This came out real quick. This came out like yesterday, in fact, yesterday. And at the bottom of the call it says Nursa, Mercer, or Medusa. So yeah, that was the thing going on in the community, and Oliver brought it into the video. So I think that's cool.
I was just going to add to it and say these types of videos do have a place, and they should have a profound place in the game, as far as because you see him at what's the commercial, Orison, the one that Orison, come and visit,
oh yeah
we are the place in the sky. So these are they do have their place, and they my hat's off to people that take their time to do things like
I would like to reiterate what Pop said and just say potato, potato.
Yeah, potato. Wayne, this is for you. At the bottom of the screen, it says, Copians are not pets and should not be domesticated.
The hell they are not. Why, I say again, why CIG make friend shape if not friend? And I told you friend, and it is friend, and I see other people take it and put it on ship. So it's a friend. It's a friend. That's all I'm saying.
I would actually agree with I would agree with that too, because I don't see a reason why they're making them NPCs if they can't be domesticated.
I have deferred that. I think we should have animal husbandry at some point in the game. Pets.
That's why we have fastcart.
Oh, there we go.
God.
Okay.
All right, Admiral. Okay. All right.
Okay.
You'd be like
After
everyone's
dark,
companion.
I'm coming for you.
Could be
After
everybody's
dark, I'm coming
first
for you.
companion in the game. Everybody would have their own fast card. It would be great.
Daphto, thank you for the gifted sub to H. Quinn. Thank you for that, and thank you for the
on demand.
Thank you for the other gift sub, Daphto. Appreciate it.
Be careful, Admiral. Find a bullet hole somewhere.
I have had dark, intrusive thoughts about asking Griff to make a fast cart plushie.
The demand is there.
It just, I have a little fast cart plushie sitting on my desk that I can poke it and it says some horrible freaking pun or dad joke or something, at
I
random.
thought you were going to like one of those body pillows.
No.
Bobblehead. Fast cart bobblehead.
Yeah. I like fast cart.
I gotta get into merchandise. Evidently, I'm missing out on some money here. Griffin, help me out. Who said that? Wanderer said, but everyone knows fast cart cannot be domesticated.
I mean, domesticated agent of chaos.
Oh my goodness, y'all are a trip. I love you guys. Anyway, so up next, we're going to end this show with that. On that note, I want to thank everybody for joining me. Admiral Kusanagi, Face Jade, Pop Face, Rad, and Rain Cloud. Thank you all for being here. You made it for a fun show. Thank you. And made a lively debate, put it that way. This coming Saturday, a normal episode of Soul Voices. At 2 p.m. Eastern, that'll be 6 p.m. UTC. That's part of Podchat, a podcast Saturday, starting with Soul Voices at 2 p.m. Astropub and the Captain Table at 4 p.m. and Relay Station at 9 p.m. And then on Sunday. Hey, Yo-Yo. Oh, did you rate us? I'm not sure if you made it, but welcome, Yo-Yo. Sunday, have Org Live, 7 p.m. Eastern. They're both at new times. Saturday at 2 p.m. and Sunday at 7 p.m. So it's not new anymore, but yeah, I'm still saying new, just in case people don't realize it. Get a couple of shout-outs. You can find Captain Sears Fun Friday's mixed show, Space People, on People Radio Mixed Cloud account, or look for it on our Twitter feed. I started listening to it earlier before the show started. Pretty good. And then tomorrow, Flight to Rhythm at 2100 UTC, 5 p.m. Eastern. And also check out the producers on our YouTube channel, where we talk about different topics. So yes, that is it for this week. I gotta find someone to raid. No, Griffin is not in there. So let me find someone to raid. Figure out who we're raiding. Let's go with. Okay, let's go with Verity. So Verity, we're gonna raid Verity. Right click, get the right button, make sure I don't do the wrong button. And make sure you send them out love. So let me get the oh, Soul Citizen did do a raid. Okay, so we're gonna raid Cinnabee Medic. Speaking of Medic, okay, I didn't see you in the chat. Alright, so we're gonna raid Cinnabee Medic, so make sure you send them all love. And with that, peace, love, and soul.